Hey everyone, I'm Red Beard the Hippy here with Jayce Rayne. Getting ready to do an interview before your show. Let's see. I noticed you got some new merch designs.
Yep.
So, what inspired the new merch designs that you came up with, besides being a nerd?
Well, okay, so yeah, the Super Mario ones are obviously very just being a nerd, but I also just released a single called Gold Star Super Mario Flow that goes perfect with that, and people really, really like that song, so I was like, I gotta make some merch for that. And then my new one with the logo and stuff like that, Drama the artist, who's actually gonna be on the set tonight, he designed that logo for me, and that's just become like my official thing now, so I was like, I gotta definitely have that too, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Right on. So let's see, I've seen you once. How would you describe your rap style to people who haven't heard you yet?
A pretty crazy mix of like chill and a lot of energy at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, not like trying to come on, get hype with me, but it's like I'll meet people where they're at. If they're chill, I can meet them chill, and then we're gonna bring that energy up together, you know what I'm saying? So I like meeting people where they're at and bringing their energy up, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I saw you at the Ridge show, and like the more they got into it, the more you got into it.
Yeah. I like feeding off the crowd a lot, yeah, for sure.
I think any artist does. Like the more the crowd's getting into it, the better your performance is.
Yeah, I still think you can form a great connection with fans like at that early part of a set too, when they're just like getting to know you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because you're all in the same room, you're all sharing the same energy, you're feeling that. So it's like I really like to connect with it and meet them where they're at. Because a lot of artists I feel like want fans to come out, support, which is great when fans do that and everything, but it's your job to entertain people, and they might just be relaxing and enjoying it and having a good time. You never know, so it's up to them how they want to enjoy it, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
And okay, let's see. When you're writing a song, do you write the music first and then fill in all the lyrics, or do you have lyrics that you just kind of pull out of a closet in the notebooks and everything?
I write everything pretty specifically song by song. So yeah, it's not really like pulling, that's, you have inspiration, you just think of lines or whatever, but I don't write something without the song in mind, really, you know what I mean? So there's times where the lyrics come right away, and then there's times where the melody is what comes right away, and then you're like, all right, I gotta fit it into this melody or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like Dreamin' is a good example of that. The hook is pretty simple. It's whoa, but like that was just the first thing in my head, and then the song just kind of, and I made that in like an hour and a half. That was a great experience. I love it. It's quick and easy, yeah.
That's definitely the thing about it. It's cool asking different types of artists. Like if you ask a metal band or a rock band or country art, I haven't done a country one yet, but just finding out how they write.
Ringo crosses over there sometimes. He kind of hits the
Well, and that's the cool thing, like especially with the Nebraska music scene, I've noticed where you can get hip hop and rappers on like the rock shows, and it just
a little more cross genre. Yeah.
As long as things kind of flow together and the energy's all there and the bands are all cool with it, it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Biggest show that you've personally been on?
Biggest show I've personally been on was probably one of the shows I did a tour with Dizzy Wright that was a couple months long, and especially the West Coast legs of his shows are insane. He's got thousands of people there. Even as an opener, you get to like crowd surf and stuff because the energy's so high up, and so maybe that or the biggest arena was actually, now that I think about that, is the arena in it's like the one, Council Bluffs, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I opened there one time, and that was wet. I'm very confident on stage, and I remember when I got on that stage, I still, kept my bearings, but I was like, I've got so much more to learn. I thought I had the stage down. I was like, this is a big stage, it's a different thing. So actually, yeah, that was.
So was this Dizzy Wright when he was still on Hobson's label?
This was actually right after he started Still Moving. It was literally right after they split up.
Oh, when everything kind of in that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
R.I.P. Funk Volume. You know what I'm saying? I like Dizzy, but yeah, Funk Volume was a moment in time for sure. Yeah, I like them all.
I remember listening to a lot of Dizzy Wright and Hobson, and he's just nuts.
Yeah, the first time I ever got on stage actually was at a Hobson show. Jaron Benton was sick, so his set was extra long, and he got tired and started a rap battle that I won. And then because of that, someone in the crowd was like, yo, let's get you in the studio. Like, my buddy was like, let's get a studio, dude. Let's start doing it. So actually, a Funk Volume show is kind of one of the origins of like all my stuff. So I have respect for all those guys for sure. And then going on tour with Dizzy later and telling him about that, he was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, very weird how the world works for sure.
Well, and the fact that like metalhead guy over here knows who the artist you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
And like him.
Yeah.
Because Jared Bennett's also just.
Oh,
his stuff's crazy.
He can
too.
spit. Yeah. With the raccoon hat and everything. Yeah, he's crazy in a good way for sure.
Let's see. What are some inspiration or like influences for the way you write and the music you do, and like the speed that you say your lyrics at?
Well, because of my mom, I just have a very diverse listening history. I started going to like concerts when I was 8 and stuff, like Comstock Rock back in the day, and just different stuff like that. And saw like a bunch of 80s bands, and then of course like I've seen metal bands, reggae bands, rock, and I just think nothing's really off limits. You know what I mean? You know, there's some pop punk sounding things, there's some more trappish sounding things I do, or more just traditional hip hop, but it's kind of just whatever I'm in the mood for. I don't think anything's off limits. I used to drum and stuff, so I just love music, man. Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing, like having that open mindset where you can be like, I can pull this type of guitar riff in and put it here, and then have it with this West Coast beat, and you're like, that sounds cool.
Exactly.
I'm going to do that, because it seems like any more people are more opening their minds and broadening their horizons versus hip hop is supposed to sound like this, or rap is supposed to sound like this. And I noticed there was always a distinct line between the two. Yeah. And now it's like it's a rap hip hop show. Like I don't know.
A lot of times it ends up just kind of you don't even know. Yeah, for sure.
Because like even Upset brings in a guitarist.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. Shout out Upset. He's gonna be on the show tonight too. Shout out him.
Oh yeah, I did an interview with him.
Yeah, no,
a couple weeks back.
I watched it.
It was a fun one because we were just literally like name dropping on every positive thing, and
yeah, he's a very positive guy. I like his energy.
Well, and like the unity that's coming up in the music scene it's nobody's. You got to really cross a line to get badmouthed publicly now, because usually it'll be like, hey man, don't book this guy on the show. Yeah, we've had issues with him.
You just move on. Yeah.
And then, but it seems like more everybody's working together as a whole.
And rising tides bring all ships up, you know what I mean? So I'm a big believer in that, absolutely.
Well, seems like everybody's got positive energy going into these things. And this is the second time you've been here with MC Gringo.
Yeah, we did one last summer about the same time of the year, yep.
And what was that show like, and
It honestly exceeded my expectations a little bit. There was points where I kind of just had this smile that I have now on stage because people were yelling, and it was like, of course, you know, I've heard cheers and stuff, but it being the hometown crowd and everything, I was just like, oh man, like, it just makes me smile, you know what I mean, man?
It's definitely a fun feeling being up there and people are going crazy.
Yeah, and you know that they're having fun, and then they're showing you, it's just, like you said, it's a lot of positive energy, so.
And it's different than the drunken positive energy where that guy's just yelling to yell.
Yeah, exactly.
Which every bar has that one guy.
Yeah. You gotta accept it. Yeah.
And where can people find you at for social medias and stuff?
Jayce Rayne, JayceRayne on all platforms. That's what it is, on all platforms. You can listen to me anywhere. You can follow me anywhere. I stay posting music. I stay making posts everywhere. So, yep.
And how did you come up with the name?
My sister, who's 10 years older than me, that was one of her nicknames she had for me. And she used to have she used to call me a whole bunch of different stuff, but that's the one that stuck. And then I changed the spelling a little bit to make it look better in my mind. But yeah, that's just the thing I've been calling.
It was a nice nickname.
No, yeah. There was a couple that probably I could never make an artist name, but yeah.
Especially with it being a sibling.
Yeah, a big sister. Yeah, but she's awesome. I used to go. Yeah, she would also go with me and my mom to those concerts all the time, or take me once she was old enough and stuff. So yeah, big shout out to them for my musical inspiration for sure.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time because I know you're getting ready to do a party boss.
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll go ahead and end this interview. So
it was great. Yep.